Alright guys, so this is the bonus Snow's Thoughts video, and actually it's not even really a Snow's Thoughts. It is a fanfiction reading. So, I told you guys that I was writing a Stable Queen fanfiction, and I wanted to share it with you guys, and get your opinion, and whatnot. I'm not really sure how to do this. Like, when I read things, I can't put the proper amount of emotion in my voice. Like when I'm reading stories and shit, like it doesn't come out right. But I'm gonna try. Just so we are aware, this is an alternate universe fanfiction, which means it's gonna get pretty fucking weird. Yeah. So far, I only have the first 5.5 paragraphs. So this shouldn't take too long. And then, if you guys are really good, I've got some Swan Queen fanfiction that I might read for you guys. What do you think? Yes? No? Add a little Swan Queen for Lexi and Kayla to get their mind off of the Stable Queen after all this is done? Yeah? Sounds good. Alright. And guys, I swear I'm not like... See, I always get nervous when I have to share, when I share like my fanfiction and like my singing and stuff, because it's like really personal, and the way I write it, it's like nobody usually understands it, so it gets a lot of bad review. But I trust you guys, and I love you guys, and so we're gonna get through this together. Okay? Sound good? Let's do this. All her life, Regina Mills had been told what to do and how to do it. Princesses weren't allowed to think for themselves. And now, here she was, falling in love with this stable boy. Her mother would be beyond furious with her if she announced that she wanted to renounce her princess status for this boy. Love is weakness, Regina. Her mother had spouted that philosophy to her every chance she got. It had become a mantra to Cora, seemingly the only thing that got her through the day. Even as Regina began to near that age where her mother would begin the search for a proper suitor for the young princess, Regina couldn't seem to shake her feelings for the young man. Daniel. The name felt like heaven on her lips, sounded like home to her ears, and settled feather light on her heart. She knew without a shadow of a doubt that Daniel would be the one she would marry. He was her true love. She found herself often whispering the name to herself late at night when she couldn't sleep. When her worries of her princess duties and suitors and all the ranks within the nobility of the enchanted forest became too much, she would think about him and all he meant to her. It would often lead to longing, lustful dreams, images that took her breath away and made her long for her freedom. Then, once again, it would invade her peaceful sleep, the nightmare slamming into her so fast that she had no time to brace herself. Standing frozen in fear, an 8-year-old Regina watched from the shadows as her mother plunged her hand into a man's chest. As the hand was removed, so was the still beating heart. As she placed the heart in the box, these infamous words were uttered again. Love is weakness. Trembling from head to foot, young Regina turned away from the monster that was her mother. She had crawled back into bed that night completely horrified and utterly unable to handle what she had seen. As she bolted awake from her nightmare, Regina tried to calm herself by reminding herself that it had been nothing more than the overactive imagination of a child. To believe that even though her mother possessed magic, she could really remove someone's heart like that. It was ridiculous. It was unthinkable. Alright, that's what I got so far. What do you guys think? I'm really falling in love with this fanfiction, though. It's so adorable. Like, you guys are gonna kill me when you see where it goes, though. you're gonna kill me. Like, you're just gonna be like, what the fuck did you do that for? Alright, so, Swan Queen. Since you guys were good and sat through my Stable Queen, I give myself feels with that one. I'm ashamed of my feels. They're just so all over the place. But anyway, since you guys were good and sat through my Stable Queen, I figured I should give you guys a little Swan Queen. So this Swan Queen fanfic is also sort of alternate universe. Like, not really. Like, it's not too far-fetched that it, like, couldn't happen. Well, it is now that the writers are being dicks about Swan Queen, but it wouldn't have been too far-fetched if the writers had chosen to get off their asses and actually do something right for the show. I can't even, knowing you guys are watching this one. Okay. Emma sat behind her desk in the station, bleary-eyed, hair a mess, and wondering what the hell had happened the night before. Now, it was true that usually Emma Swan could handle her alcohol, but when you mixed alcohol with Regina Mills, things tended to get a little out of hand. Well, Emma Swan didn't know that until last night, that is, or rather this morning when she woke up on Regina's couch, oddly naked and very confused. Oh my god, this is making me so nervous, guys. I can't even. The first thing in her mind had been to run. Of course, Emma Swan always ran, didn't she? So that was what she'd done. She located her clothes and ran. Even though the entire time the only thing on her mind was what Regina was doing and how she would handle Emma just leaving like that. So, after the very frantic trip to the station, she had finally calmed herself and convinced herself that it was time to call Regina. And just as she was pulling her phone out, it started to ring. Suddenly, her heart was pounding again. The caller ID clearly displayed that it was Regina Mills, and she wasn't exactly sure where this conversation was going to go. Hesitantly, she clicked the accept call button and waited. The first thing she heard, well, she was expecting that, wasn't she? "Miss Swan, how dare you!" And of course, it was always her fault. But then again, she did just run. Okay, that's as far as I've gotten with that one. That one's kind of scatterbrained and all over the place, and just like my hair is, because I've been running my hands through it too much. Anyway, so, this has been a little fanfiction reading. I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.